we have man allegedly urinates in movie theater during Demon Slayer and then gets beaten up and arrested. Holy cow. Yeah, there's actually video of it. And we'll look at some of these clips. You don't see, you kind of see a little bit, like, you know that he's getting freaking hit over the head a bunch and these people are just, like, beating the crap out of him. But it's also interesting because, like, you just see Demon Slayer in the background and, like, you hear, like, thunder breathing. And it's just, like, as you're, like, hearing this, you're just seeing this guy just get freaking bonked over the head a bunch of times. So we're going to talk about this in this video, and we'll look and talk about certain parts of the clip. I don't know if I could play the whole thing. I don't want to get, like, copyright or anything. But let's see what we can do, see what we can see here. But it says, and Arizona man was beaten by fellow moviegoers after allegedly urinating inside the theater during a showing of Demon Slayer. So apparently this man just like stood up. He whipped it out. He had no fear. He's there and he just starts urinating. I don't know if he like pees on the sea or like on the floor below him. I don't know. I don't know if he was just doing like a sprinkler shower. But let's read on. According to a report from TMZ, officers from the Surprise Police Department in Surprise, Arizona got a call. They definitely got a surprise. Got a call to a local movie theater over the weekend for a man accused of urinating inside the theater during Demon Slayer. Okay. And we can look at it here. I'll probably have to mute my audio right. We'll figure out what the heck. And then it says, right here, video on social media shows the alleged suspect by laying down in a theater seats in an effort to protect himself as several other males unleash a series of punches, all while the movie continues to play in the background. Everyone's just like hyped for this movie, and they're just like locked in. They're just like invoking their anime like main character like fantasy in their head. We've all had it where we just thought in our head of like being like a dope freaking main anime character, and we just dunk on people. But anyway, right here it says Demon Slayer fans jump a fellow audience member after he allegedly urinated mid-movie, splashing others. I've heard that he splashed others. Looking at different videos, he didn't splash others. I don't know how true, but he did definitely pee from what I was hearing. I think that is definitely the case. Let's see if I can mute it here. Okay, it is muted. So like you can see right here, just like bam, bam, bam. And then just like bam, bam, bam. And they're just like throwing fists at him. Bam, bam, bam. And like we come over here. Don't want to get hit with copyright. But like there's like multiple people right here. And I guess they just start taking turns on this dude. Like they wanted to watch their anime. They did not want to deal with urine at that moment. Maybe if they were like at a restaurant or something and someone peed next to them, fine. Like you take your pee or something. But during the Demon Slayer movie, you don't dare pee. You don't dare to pee. And my thought is, what is going through this person's mind to pee? Like, is he A, drinking alcohol or had drink alcohol? B, on some kind of drugs? Option C, you have both. Or option D, this dude is just delusional. I don't know. It's probably one of the four, if I had to take a guess. I'm really curious if it says in this why he did it, what was going through his mind. I don't know. Maybe they should have him on Judge Judy or something, and they can ask him. I don't know. But right here. So then they just like kind of like get up and are just like, he's just right there. And he's just laying down. He just took a beating. And yeah, he's just like right there. And yeah, and then police right there just escort him out. Because I think we can understand why peeing in a public place is wrong. Not only that, if there's children there, that adds a different element. Scarring someone's child of seeing that can have some long-term lasting effects if a young kid sees that kind of stuff. So it's definitely, I understand why he got arrested, and he should, because why are you peeing in a movie theater? It says after some time the lights in the theater were turned on and a staffer can be heard asking everyone not involved in the melee to exit the room. More video from the event shows a man being escorted out of the theater in handcuffs. And it says TMZ reports the man Lemmy Hole was arrested and booked on charges of indecent exposure, disorderly conduct, criminal damage, and refusing to provide a truthful name. This guy definitely has to be... Okay, let's go through the options again. He's either A, on alcohol, B, he's on drugs, C, both, D, he's a delusional, or E, he's just stupid. It might just be option E. You know, forgot to add that one to the list. Oh no. This dude looks like... you know what? Let's see right here. In a shocking incident at the AMC Theater in Surprise, Arizona, a man named Lemmy Hall was arrested for allegedly urinating during a screening of Demon Slayer, sparking violent confrontation with fellow patrons. And this dude looked like he is not allowed to sleep, or is, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but his eyes he looks twacked out a little bit. Maybe it's just a lack of sleep. Other reports on social media say Hall allegedly urinated on another person in the crowd, but that has not yet been confirmed. Hall has since reportedly been released without bail. So I understand if he definitely peed on someone, I can definitely understand why people are beating the crap out of him. And I can still understand if he just whipped it out and started peeing, I can understand why people were doing it. I don't think I would just start beating the crap out of someone. I think I would walk out and request a refund immediately and just, you know, come back a different time. It's not AMC's fault. It's this dude's fault. You know, AMC can't control and monitor every single person, you know, in there. They can't just be like, are you going to pee in this theater? Like, as soon as everyone walks in, like, before you buy a ticket, like, when they ask, like, you know, for information, it's like, are you going to pee? You know, of course not. They don't do that. But, yeah, it's just happened to be you get the wrong person that decided to take a wee at a Demon Slayer. I wonder what those people were thinking when they were beating the crap out of him. Like, he was just, like, listening to the background of the Demon Slayer, like, thunder breathing, and he's just channeling his inner freaking Hashira, you know? But anyway, it is not yet known if any of the other men involved in the beatdown will be arrested and charged, or if they were directly impacted by Hall's alleged actions. At the time of the publish, AMC has not made a statement on the situation or clarified whether or not Hall will be allowed back in any of the company's venues. I think that's the next question I'm curious is, yeah, if I'm not a lawyer, not a police officer, if someone pees, is it fine for one or multiple people to start beating them up without any legal repercussions? Like, you could argue and be like, I understand why he got beat up, but, you know, should they, you know, face any potential legal ramifications, maybe get taken in, questioned, talked about it? I don't know. I don't know how that works. If there's any police officers that watch this video or anyone that's in that field and have any insight, feel free. Maybe if someone started peeing on you, you could argue, like, I beat the crap out of this guy because I was being violated. I could see that. But yeah, and I'm not saying that the people that beat him up should be arrested or not. I don't know exactly how that works, but yeah, he definitely had something coming to him, so that makes sense. But yeah, those are my thoughts here. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are. Do you think the other people should have been arrested, or just the guy just deserved what he got and that's what's happened and just move on? But anyway, you guys all have a good one, and bye-bye.